What's happening, relatives? It's your homie, your brother Kdoz, right here on Relatively Raw, where I give you a raw reaction and a raw perspective on today's topic. And today's topic is a fellow YouTuber, MTR, also known as Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, back in here. If you've ever watched this channel before, I'm definitely a huge supporter of MTR, Mediocre Tutorial and Reviews. Definitely great commentary, great reactions. And today he's actually having a conversation with a woman who don't want to address that marriage is outdated because divorce benefits them more. Now, this is another episode of A Married Guy Reacts to this question. So, we're going to get into this thing and we're going to see how me, a married guy, is going to respond to this. Let's get raw. All right, relatives. So, thank y'all for joining me today on another episode of A Married Guy Reacts. And today we're reacting to Mediocre Tutorial and Reviews. And he looks like he's talking to a modern woman who doesn't want to address the fact that marriage is outdated because divorce benefits women more. So I really can't wait to get into this, man. I love his reactions, man. He's not only entertaining, but man, super informative, man. He's been on a crazy rise this past year or so. And he's doing some great things, man, with his community over there. So make sure y'all check out the link in the description box and go check out his channel and go subscribe. I'm giving you my blessing. Go subscribe to this man's channel. But let's get to it.
What up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, back in here with just one more video, joined by a very special guest, Tyler. Say what up.
What's up?
Listen. Tyler and I were sitting here vibing. We were sitting here talking and wanted to turn the camera on just to have like a clear conversation and bubble it up in order to start some more conversation, some more dialogue.
Oh, my bad, y'all.
Here's what I think. I've said this in another video. Here's what I think. I've said this in another video. I'll double back because it was in a video that a lot of people didn't see. I feel like there should be a spot somewhere between becoming engaged and being married where there's like contract years, right? Like, think of it from like a sports perspective, right? You're coming out of college and you're trying to go to the NBA. What do? You sign a contract. If you fulfill the obligations of your contract, the amount of years, depending upon, the degree of injury, depending upon your shot percentage, depending upon, how healthy you are, what have you, you have the opportunity to renew that contract or go to another team. I feel like there should be some like a proponent of marriage where it's like it's a test phase, like you do it, and then at the end of it, you both say, okay, is this something that I want to continue on doing? What complicates that is children, right? You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, where do the children go if you both decide
That's exactly where I was thinking, where I was going. And like in my situation, right? I've been married for going on 10 years now. And so in my situation, I had our we had our firstborn daughter way before we got married. Like way before we got married. You feel me? So it's it's a little different. I can understand where he's going with that, though. I can kind of understand where he's coming from with that because, you really start to know what's up after that mark about the first 3 years or so. I think that that's a good, time frame to know if you want to really be in this or not. But I guess, I guess one argument can be made that if you court it right, and if you paid attention enough and you live with the person beforehand, well, I guess it's the same thing. I guess it's the same thing, man. But you know what? I'm gonna shut the fuck up, and I want to hear what they have to say about it. I'm just gonna shut up. Let's go.
that you don't want to continue off in this marriage ship. But then I also think like, why not just be in a relationship? Like I've watched my parents go through a divorce, and now my dad is with a woman who I call my second mother. I mean, like we talk on the phone all the time and everything, and they'll never get married. They wear like these little rings and shit. But like I think to myself, well, why can't we just do that? Why does it have to be some? You have to go in front of the government, and then all of a sudden your tax filing changes, and then why make it so ridiculously hard to break that off?
All right. Before she says anything, because it looks like what he said. The next question is the system of spousal alimony outdated? Now, I'm glad he's going there. Now, look, as a guy who got married, got the government involved, I said in one of my first videos, I did a reaction to AMS, Alpha Male Strategies, when his video was why don't he don't respect married men. But I didn't really marry a modern woman. I married a more traditional woman. However, I can understand that. I've told her many times that, man, knowing what I know now and what I understand now, I would have never got the government involved. I would have just gave you a ring. I have a ring, or we would have this connection together, and we would have some type of contract that something were to happen to me, this is what you would get. Something happened to you, well, I'm probably gonna have what I have. So hey, hey, but basically, or if this relationship were to end, this is what's going to happen. And maybe every 5 years, every 10 years or so, we can revise it. But we're in control of this shit and not the government. You know what I'm saying? So, as a married guy, I totally understand where he's coming from with that. But I would love to see where they're going with this next question. I love that he added this, man. Like he's really stepped it up with his edits and things like that. So I'm glad that he's adding different aspects to his video. So salute to MTR, man.
Like who's that sports analyst that has to pay his wife now 35K a month or something like that? I forget his name. I'll look it up and I'll put the link in the description. But he has to pay like something ridiculous, like $35,000 a month because of how much money that he made. Irrespective of her maybe wanting her own career and then having to self-select to be a stay-at-home mother. But that is ridiculous to me. She hit the lotto at the end of the day. And if you look at him versus her, she's a supermodel.
But hold on. You can't just say that it is a male's perspective from she hit the jackpot, because look at Mary J. Blige's situation.
Talk to me. I don't know that situation.
Her husband, I believe, I could be wrong, I want to say it may be half, it may not be half, but is asking for money for spousal support. Why? It's no different from her now having to pay him.
Okay, now I'm gonna see what my boy MTR gonna say this, but that's a rarity. Rarely see that. Now she's being a little. She knows she was waiting to pull that out of her ass. That's like that's like a rarity you see that happen. It's a rarity. All right, I'm gonna shut up.
There are no children involved in that relationship. Yes, he has. I think at one point, I could be wrong, was helping to manage her, but Mary J. Blige is always going to be Mary J. Blige. She was always going to be who she is.
Mary going to be married.
She's always going to be married. So why now, because our relationship didn't work out, as the woman, and I think it's the same thing as the male, I got to pay you.
Tyler, you're proving my point.
I mean, I think, but my thing,
why get married?
But no, but my thing is too, I know so many people are like, I'm against prenups. I'm not against that. Yeah, a prenup essentially is signing on for if we get divorced, which is not the ultimate goal of us breaking up, but it does protect your assets.
Why get married?
All right, so now I'm gonna say this because he didn't say it there. I understand what he's saying though. Why get married then if that's going to be the case? But here's the thing though. She brought up Mary J. Blige, right? Which is it was a fact that she said that happened. However, I don't have any statistics up here. I'm not that dude, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a guess. I'm going. You know what? I'm just gonna look it up. You know what? I don't want to do that shit right now. Look, we know damn well for the most part in divorces, men end up paying way more. He just said that a dude, an analyst from I don't know ESPN, Fox Sports, I don't know which one it was, that has to pay $35,000 a month to his ex-wife. I'm sure he was always gonna who he is. I'm sure he was always gonna be who he is. So why does he have to pay her that much? See, some women don't like they don't like to accept that. But she finds one of the rarities that happens where a woman is finally paying spousal support, and you see how women crowd around. Oh, poor Mary J. and poor so and so, but we ain't talking about poor ex football player, basketball player who him and his wife got a divorce. Shit ain't work out, but now she deserves to get 40,000 a month for what? 10,000 a month is great, but 40,000. Fuck out of here.
But we have created this shield of relationship. We've created this tier of relationship that it stems from religion, and now it's affecting us thousands of years after it was created. What 1,000 years ago have we used that we use today besides marriage? Water. We still drink water, right? What else?
Meat.
We still eat meat. What else that we don't use to nourish our biology? What other system? Computers were created in the 60s?
I'm not even gonna touch that.
Right, and those have changed. Computers have changed the fabric of our life, and we're still using systems that were created. I think it needs to be an update. I suggested something. Maybe I'll write a letter to like a local legislator, yeah, and like say, hey, we need like a contract period. Do it, like something like that. But like, I feel like there needs to be a step in between. Before.
Well, then you're already saying if I need to have a contract period, same thing how people argue prenups, then we don't need to do it.
Listen, I'm not scared of the marriage. I'm scared of divorce.
I love that he said it. I'm glad he said it. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for him to say it. He said, I'm not scared of marriage. I'm scared of divorce. A lot of us are scared of divorce because we know we're going to get our ass all kind of beat up when it comes to divorce. So I get that. I totally understand where he's coming from with that.
It was some fucked up, messed up years until we as a family were able to come together and actually be like, okay, well, we're still a family.
We made it through.
It was a rough couple of years when I was in college with my parents. They 3 times had tried to go through a divorce.
Wow.
Neither one of them ended up signing it towards the end, so I think there was still a love there. Do you think that because of the situation that you've seen your parents go through and I've seen my parents go through, could that jade a person?
Absolutely.
But why? Why do you want to take what that situation was and think that it can apply to yours?
Because you're using what's called logic. You're using evidence-based approach and experience to determine what could or could not go wrong for your situation.
Man, I hope there's another video to this because I want to see more. I want to see what else are they saying because Is there a dark side to marriage? Yes, there is. The dark side of marriage is that point where love isn't enough anymore. Oh yeah, y'all don't want to talk about this, huh? Oh, y'all scared to talk about this, huh? Not your boy Kdoz. Yes, there's a point where that love shit is like, okay. Look, man, I done been through shit in my marriage. And I'll get deeper. Not on this particular show, but I'm gonna get deeper. You know what I'm saying? I've been through things that I've learned from. But the biggest thing, man, that I learned about just being married is everyone has a role, everyone has a duty. I just had a family meeting with my family last night, right? And by the time you guys see this, I don't know what day it's gonna be, but this was on Thursday the 14th, no the 15th. Had a meeting with my family. And it was because I didn't like how certain things were being handled in my house, right? So I sat my family down, like that's man, that's what you should do if you don't like shit that's the way it's going on. Just like at your business, right? If you're a manager, if you own a company, you're gonna have a freaking meeting. You're gonna have a fucking meeting about it. You're gonna sit there and say, okay, I don't like why this is happening right here. Why is this happening and how can we fix it? Right? I bring the problem, but I also bring solutions. Right? But in marriage, everyone has a duty, everyone has a role. It's not just about loving someone. You can love someone and can't stand their ass. Also, I told my wife this other day, we were in bed. Yeah, I was pill talking. I don't give a fuck. I can do that. I was pill talking my ass off. So we was in the bed talking. I was like, yo, one thing I love about my wife is, man, I can genuinely have real fun with her. Like I can genuinely have real fun with her. We don't need no money. We don't need nothing extra. Give us a bag of chips. We don't even need a TV. We can literally sit there, talk about shit, and be laughing. Now that's the shit that a lot of guys and a lot of women miss. That's what they over fucking look. Those little times, those moments you don't get fucking back. That's a person that you want to die with, grow old with. Yeah, she gets on my fucking nerves sometimes. She does. There's sometimes where I want my space. I either leave or I'm in here in my office doing what I'm doing. But there's times where I really enjoy her. And she figured me out as far as understanding, it's like the late great Patrice O'Neill would say, you know, sometimes I don't want you like with me. I just want you around. I just need to know that you're in there somewhere, not around me all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like the smotherers. You know what I'm saying? I need my space. But even with that being said, y'all, sometimes the love shit isn't enough. Sometimes there's other factors and other reasons why you want this person around because they take care of certain shit for you. She cooks for me. She makes sure that I and my children are comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that certain things get done that I can't give my attention to because I'm working. You understand? It's duty. And the other shit come with it. You know what I'm saying? But all right, I'm gonna shut up. We're gonna get back to MTR, man. I'm gonna shut the hell up.
The business case for marriage has to be solid. It has to be rock tight and rigid. I mean, from a financial perspective, from an enhancement perspective, and it should be that important because this is your life.
Okay, but what does that look like for you though? You're saying from a business perspective and looking at it financially. What I know different people have different meanings.
Number one, I'm not gonna carry you financially.
Okay.
A lot of dudes totally disagree with me because what's one of the number one reasons that marriages fail?
It's finance.
Finances. They do. Okay. I'm not gonna carry you. That doesn't also mean that if you make 50% of me, I'm not gonna allow you in my pool, right? Like that's not what I'm saying. Also, too, with that, if you make more than me, Bring that shit the fuck on. Bring that shit on. Or word, did it tonight? So you. Anyway. Oh, that's not funny?
So how do you feel if you are 40 years old and not
She's a
the
question
children?
asker. They don't want to know anything about what I'm saying. Okay, what are you going to say? And I'm going to repeat the question back to you. What do you feel like if you're 40 years old and...
Done.
Hey, MTR, you a slick nigga, bro. Hey, I love you watch his videos. My nigga MTR, you a slick brother. You know, it's like MTR, he'll be talking to the female. He'll be like, so he'll give him he'll give it a little. So like, what you looking at, bro? Would you salute to you, bro?
Children. That's not what God wanted.
Well, I worked the fuck out. So at 40 years old, I'm still gonna look like a little Greek god over here. So I think I'm gonna be fine. I just have to make sure that when my kid hits like 10 years of age.
So you want children?
Yeah, I gotta make these genes continue on.
What if the person you want children with says to you, not if we're not married? And you're like, damn, I don't have any babies, girl. Let's go half on a baby.
Again, the business case would need to make sense.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna stop the video right there. Y'all go ahead. There's a link in the description box down below. Y'all can check out the whole video. But my lasting comment on this is, you know, divorce definitely benefits women more. In history, we've seen that happen, right? However, there is a such thing as a good marriage, you know. But listen, I think what people get fucked up is they think that okay, your marriage means that you're always going to be happy. Fuck no, no, it's the opposite. Listen, not saying that I shouldn't say the opposite, but it's like this, y'all. The thing is, man, when you find someone that's actually understands their role, understand their duty, and I'm saying from a man and a woman, once you find a man that, you know, maybe he might not be a high value man, he might not be making that 200,000 a year, maybe he's making 80, 90, 100, maybe he's in that range, you know what I'm saying? But don't overlook this dude because he's not making that money yet. But you looking at the dude over here, but you may not possess the type of character traits that kind of guy is looking for. When you can actually build with this type of dude over here, you can build with him. You know what I'm saying? To where honestly, when we're using these examples, we're using examples of men who are already financially just set. They're making millions of dollars a year, and then they marry a chick, they marry them for 3 years, usually a younger chick, and then that chick gets chipped off, and for all we know, that chick could have all along planned on divorcing this cat, or she might really been there for the long haul. Who all knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But now this is my belief, and some of you may disagree with this. I think if I've been with a woman like my woman now, and she been with me when I was broke, when I lost everything, when the shit was not good for me, and she's building with me now, and she's actually contributing to business. She's contributing to what I'm doing. And if for some reason, if some wild reason we say we're gonna divorce, I would think she would deserve a lot of what I have because she has something to do with this shit. You feel me? She was actually catching the ball, rebounding for me while I'm shooting the jump shots. You did? I ain't talking about these chicks that meet a dude like an athlete and he in his first, second year in the NBA, he already making millions of dollars. She ain't contribute to that struggle. She ain't contribute to none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, y'all, hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm your homie, your brother Kdoz, man. Make sure y'all check the links down below. Go check out MTR, Mediocre Tutorial and Reviews. Go check out his channel. And before you go over there, Make sure you subscribe right here, man. Relatively Raw. We drop about 4 videos a week, man. And we're gonna start going live on Friday. So make sure you guys tune in to that. Salute to the relatives and leave a comment down below, man. Let me know. Am I bugging on some of the things am I saying? Am I bugging? If you think so, leave a comment. If you don't think so, leave a comment down below. Hit that like button, share, subscribe down below. Salute to the relatives. Peace.